one of those yoga classes guys, and I got to work for Ron, and then I had the lovely opportunity to work with his wife for many years at Lockwood Country Club, and truly, the Bartlett family is a cherished family to me. I hired his son as our executive chef at the National Golf Club. He's still there after about 15 years of service for me. So I love the family to death, and they've done a lot for me, and I want to say a personal thank you for everybody tonight for the Ron Bartlett Educational Fund. Second of all, I want to say we've had a lot of honors and distinguished things going on today. My partner calls me the old man. I've been in the business in Kansas City for 35 years, and I'm still standing. It's always good to be seen upright, and I enjoy that immensely. And I am honored to be here tonight talking with my peers and many of my mentors. In this room, there are more mentors than there are peers. I look up to everybody that's in our association and our industry as someone I can learn from on a day-to-day basis, even though I've been around for a long, long time. But even though what's more special to me tonight, I was asked by a dear friend to present the Hall of Fame Award to him and his mother-in-law. When he called me after that, I basically fell down. I was honored to be able to introduce this gentleman. He's a good friend of mine. We've known each other for more than 25 years. I've been on the board of the Kansas City Restaurant Association from 1985. I believe that was probably the first day I met him. And we've been friends ever since. We have a lot in common. We have 3 kids, all about the same age. I have a wart on my thumb. He has a wart on his thumb. We enjoy the same cocktail. The only difference is he has a brunette for a wife and I have a blonde for a wife. So that's kind of where we fall apart. We both love the Lake of the Ozarks, and we spend lots of time together down there. His family is tremendous, and he knows that, and he will talk about it for hours. So we've got the speech writers down, and he's got to cut that down to a small time. But he would take the shirt off his back for you. I call him whenever I have a question and say, hey, what do you do about this? What do you do about that? And he always has a good answer for me. We both operate and own Italian restaurants, so that's another common thing. But he is tonight being honored by one of the most prestigious honors the Missouri Restaurant Association can award, and that's our Hall of Fame Award. To get that, you have to be in the business 25 years. Wow. Anybody who do that, I deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I've been in 35, and I'll never be there. And I don't say that for any reason except that I'm not as accomplished as many of these other people that have gone before him. You have to be nominated by an MRI member. Your nomination has to be reviewed by the Permanent Advisory Committee. You have to be actively involved for years in your local chapter in the state association. Have exemplified superior business ethics. You have to continuously be involved in your community and nonprofit organizations. And who has all that time when you run a restaurant? But Greg does. Past inductees in our community are Ned Eddie Sr., Paul Robinson, Dorothy Muck, Dick Walsh from Columbia, Manny and Vivian Lopez, Jack Fiorella, and Ed Holland. That's just to name a few. So you can see the distinguished people that have preceded Greg in this honor. His family's owned the business since 1963. They have outrun 2 previous locations. They have a comfortable family. They have a comfortable private dining areas and expanded outside catering business. This family makes you feel like you're walking into your own home when you arrive at the establishment. A little story. I came in the back door one day and was just kind of walking through the kitchen, and his lovely mother-in-law, dear her, was on her knees, sweeping underneath the equipment. I said, what are you doing, Vita? She said, oh, I'm just cleaning up a little bit. I said, you have people all around you. Oh, I don't want to bother you. Other times I walked in the front door and she goes, can I get you anything? She's always willing to give it. That's Greg's mother-in-law. Greg knows that he would not be here today with all the success he has without his mother-in-law, Vita Totta. So it's, as they call her, Momma V over at V's. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce to you the 2013 Hall of Fame Awards go to Greg Hunsucker and Vita Totta. Please come forward.
before it first started, there have been several times that there have been dual recipients, and this is one of those times. And we fought over who gets to speak first. Not me.
First of all, I want to tell you what an honor this is to have received this award. Secondly, I want to tell you how proud I am to be part of the restaurant industry. We have an industry that had the opportunity to hire young people, many times their first jobs. And I am just so honored when someone comes up and recognizes me. A couple of summers ago, I was trimming bushes in front of the restaurant. Besides scrubbing and cleaning, I enjoy that. A motorcyclist pulls up, this beautiful, shiny motorcycle. And he says, "You're Mrs. Totta, aren't you?" I said, "Yes." A really nice-looking, clean-cut black man, about in his 30s. He says, "When I was a teenager, I worked for you." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yes, and I think of you often." I said, "Really?" I'm here for a family reunion. I live in Texas. I own my own barber shop with 6 chairs. When I'm not cutting hair, I'm washing the windows, sweeping the floor, painting the walls, or cleaning bathrooms. So I want to thank you for being such a wonderful example of picking a business or a profession you love, to work hard, and you know you'll succeed. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Love you, Donna.
Love you not. Thank you. Well, we're very happy to be standing here before you this evening. This is truly an unbelievable event for us and our family. Vita Italiano was founded in October of 1963 by this lady right here. You can call her V, you can call her Momma V, you can call her Vita, it doesn't matter, she answers to all. 3 years after she opened, the lines were standing outside the door, and the little spot that she had to go to accommodate her needs. So her and her husband / architect Jay acquired, renovated, designed, and built a new building that they moved into just a few yards down the road to the west. That space worked for about 6 years until it too was outgrown, which led them to acquiring a piece of land where the Italiano restaurant now stands and building their first out-of-ground restaurant ever. Many additions, many remodels, many updates. The building still to this day stands the test of time. Now, Vita has retired long ago. I don't know, when did you retire? 20 years ago she retired. She retired when 62 and she's 80. But by return, you know what I mean? She's still there every single day. As Carl says, sweeping under the equipment, greeting somebody at the door, overseeing a lunch buffet. It just is her love, and she cannot go away, and she will never go away. So we're happy to have her there every single day. In fact, she is so still involved that tonight. Because normally on Saturday night, she'd be at the restaurant slicing the rum cake that we have served to every guest that was eaten in our restaurant since 1963. Now, with all that being said, I'm not so sure she probably didn't sneak by a little earlier in the afternoon and pre-slice all those cakes. Could have been, but she has been known to do that. But it is that work ethic which was instilled upon me as a very young man, instilled upon her daughters, instilled upon her grandson, that have allowed the restaurant to shift to the second generation in management and ownership, and now even into the third generation. Without her, we never could have done it. You know, she even had us convinced that it was fun to work on Friday and Saturday nights. And for that, we thank you. Okay. In all seriousness now, 2013 has been an incredible year for myself, my mother-in-law, my wife, my kids, my family, my in-laws. Vita's restaurant, as you heard earlier, celebrated our 50th anniversary this year. We did so with a 10-month-long celebration beginning in January and in October on the 21st on our actual anniversary, where we gave away a trip for two to one very lucky couple to Italy, and that was received with great praise. I actually celebrated my 40th anniversary of these. Mary and I became grandparents for the very first time in August to a wonderful little young man named Jim and Michael. Mary and I celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary in August, and now, tonight, all this. What a year it's been. A year filled with milestones that would have not been possible without the support from our family and our incredible staff we have at the restaurant, most of which are still working this evening. But at this time, I'd like to ask my family to please stand